Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Marvel Monday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the Marvel Legends 20th Anniversary Captain America. Thank you for watching this video or any of my other videos that you may have run across, which I hope is all of them. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews, or just to help the channel out further, or both, that's even cooler. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. And with all that said, let's get into it. First up, as we normally do here on Digital Caveman Presents, let's take a look at the packaging. And you can take an overall look at it here and see that it's not a perfect replica of the original Toy Biz Marvel Legends packaging. Thank God, with that horrible to open clamshell. Brings back painful memories. But this is a new, improved, modern-looking version of it, and then, like I said, it does evoke that nostalgic feeling of that packaging, even without being exactly the same. And again, I'm glad it's not. And you know, down each side we have symbols. And of course, those symbols are Captain America, Daredevil, Avengers, Fantastic Four, X-Men, Spider-Man, and then it just repeats. And same symbols on this side, just in a different order. Marvel, Series 1, 4 and up, assortment number. If you can see that, I don't know if you can see it or not. I'll bring it in close. There's the assortment number. Warning, don't stick things in your pie hole that don't belong there. Hasbro. And then a nice big bubble showcasing the figure, and I got one too many lights on there. Showcasing the figure and his accessories. Marvel Legends in the classic Toy Biz font. Captain America, 20 years. So 20 years of 6-inch Marvel Legends Captain America figures. And don't worry, we'll get to that in comparisons. Marvel Legends, 20 years. And there's the little backdrop. And of course, the original, of course, came with a diorama piece stand, which I could not dig out for this review. I don't know where I put it for the original Toy Biz Captain America. And it came with a comic book. And then what they have here, as you can see, it's a comic book cover there in the back, but it's just a piece of cardboard, and we'll get to that once we get everything open. And then here is an artist rendering of the diorama piece that came with the original. The diorama stand, I guess you could call it. And there we go. But nice product shots nonetheless. I'll hook up here, right there. Captain America, for 20 years, the Marvel Legends series has brought the iconic characters and storylines of the Marvel Universe to fans worldwide. To celebrate the 2002 Toy Biz debut release, Marvel Legends proudly presents the 20th Anniversary Series 1, featuring Captain America, Iron Man, Hulk, and the yet-to-be-shown Toad. And there it is in some other languages. And then along the side, the same symbols from the front. Attention, don't stick things in your French pie hole. Attention, don't stick things in your other language pie holes that don't belong there. Small print, fine print, legalese print, made in China print, symbols I'm not going to learn, and a barcode. Marvel print, Hasbro print, and recycled. That, my friends, does it for a look at this fabulous packaging. Now let's take a look at the figure and his accessories. And let's start things off with the largest piece. Here is the comic book cover of Captain America 109. And then you know the newspaper. And I'm not sure, I don't remember if this is the comic book that came with the original figure or not. I believe it is, but I'm not going to swear to that. And then here on the other side is the artist's rendition of the diorama stand that came with the original figure. Of course, it was just this broken wall background and then the floor piece with this tank on it, or at least part of the tank, just the turret part, I believe. And again, I looked, but I could not find my original diorama stand piece. So, and then of course that works with this. There's a little channel or groove here in the back of this stand that's on the, you know, classic Marvel Legends font with 2 pegs there. So it's a pretty neat little throwback. I wish they had done this in color though. That would have been super awesome to have had that in color. And like I said, this just works. You take the background and put it in that channel or groove, whatever you want to call it. There that is. Now, handy dandy tweezers. And let's take a look. First of all, let's take a look at the shield. And, you know, the shield itself is not anything we haven't seen before for the most part. However, it does have these new plug-in effects. This is an energy effect. And as you can see, the holes are shaped differently, so you can only put the effect in one way. And it fits in there pretty tightly. I think I'll pop that one back in. Alright, so there's the shield. And the shield looks really, really nice, I think. You know, these holes in it, it's a shame that they had to do that to work with these effects pieces. But I understand why they did it. But it's not like we don't have plenty of other Captain America shields to go around. And we'll take a look at comparisons. I think this is the same shield for the most part as the 80th cap, but we'll take a look at that. And then here's this energy effect, and then here's a swiping type effect. This looks like it would be good to recreate that comic book cover of Wolverine and Captain America fighting. I don't remember which book it was in, but where Wolverine is scraping his claws across Captain America's shield and it's making sparks. So that looks like a really good piece for that. Then there's bullet deflections, and there's 3 of those, 1 for each of the holes. I thought that's pretty cool. So those are neat. And like I said, they only plug in one way. And that's what that one looks like. I think I did put that one in the wrong place. Yeah, that one fits there. I think this one goes here. Or maybe not. Maybe it goes here. that. So that's cool. Then we got 2 sets of hands. His commanding pointing finger. And 2 splayed wall crawler hands. Or I guess in Captain America's case it would be shield slinging hands. Then we have the mask hangs around his shoulders or down around his neck. Here we have his extra unmasked head, which I'll have to say looks pretty darn good. And then we have the straps to hold his shield on his back. And they have a little bit of molded detail in them. A little bit of paint apps. And that's about it. Well, that does it for the accessories. Let's take a look at the figure. And I don't know what it is. There's something a little off to me about the eyes. Like the mask holes maybe aren't big enough. And we'll compare that with the 80th cap when we get to the comparisons. So, but basically this is the 80th cap body. Has a little bit of shading right in here. And even on the back. And I hope those aren't supposed to be sweat stains. Gross. But nice molded detail here on the upper torso, the scaled armor. And the star. And even this is, you know, the A is sculpted in, nice wings, ears. That throws it off a little bit, but you kind of got to have it. So, and then the stripes are paint apps. That white's paint apps. This blue is probably paint app right here. Not on the upper shoulder, but where the bicep cut is. And then of course the paint on the face and the wings and the A and the paint here. And then the belt is a separate piece, which I'm assuming is glued. It may not be glued. It moves pretty freely, so not glued. So it's got paint app here for the buckle and the loops all the way around. And I can say Hasbro did not skimp out on, it's not like they missed doing stuff on the back. There's a little bit of weathering here also. So that's nice. And I bumped the camera, sorry. Alright, let's take a look at his articulation. He can look up that far, and it's the ball and hinge for the head. No dumbbell. So he looks up that far. He can look down that far. He will do the full exorcist. No chicken neck to speak of. He does have some waggle there though, but it's tight. So that's nice. The neck is one piece with the torso, or the upper part of the torso. At the shoulders, about 90 degrees out, 360 degrees all the way around on a soft ratchet. So cut here at the upper bicep for another 360 degrees. A double hinged pinned elbow gives you about that much. You can crunch back that far. You can crunch forward that far, and it looks to be on like the classic Hasbro Marvel Legends hinge right there, rather than a ball or anything like that. It's a cut here at the waist, 360 degrees of rotation it gives you. For the legs, it can give you that much of the splits. Doesn't seem like enough for Captain America. He does kick up like a chorus girl though, and back, not so much. Cut here at the upper the upper thigh, dingleberry, for a 360 degree rotation. Run that back up. Then a double hinged pinned knee. Come on, Hasbro. You could have given us a little better. Some pinned, unpinned, pinless. But I understand you guys for just doing it off the 80th cap body. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it doesn't throw the mold off too bad. Then a boot cut for another 360 degrees of rotation. And at the ankle, oh, and down here, it's got a little bit of weathering or shading, whatever you want to call it. Paint apps down here on the boots too. I missed that earlier. Ankles can go down that far. They can go up that far, so that's pretty good. And a forward-facing pin for all kinds of rock around the clock. Now, let's see some off-the-camera strength. And let's see what he looks like with the alternate head on. There we go. So that works okay. Alright, my friends, that does it for a look at the figure and his accessories. Now, friends, it is time for my favorite part of a review, the comparisons. And we're not going to get... There's a lot of Captain Americas to go through, so... I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time discussing each one in detail, but here is that very first Series 1 Toy Biz Captain America, which I think is probably the best Captain America that Toy Biz did. They only did 3, at least that I'm aware of. 4 if you count an unmasked variant in a 2-pack. But there they are. The original Toy Biz and the new 20th anniversary. And as you can see, you know, small eye holes, big eye holes. Now for the next Toy Biz Captain America, it's Ultimate Captain America. And as you can see, they bulked him up considerably. And I don't know, it's kind of, he's a little humpbacked, he's so muscled there. The last of the Toy Biz. Here we have the Captain America that was in a 2-pack. I don't remember if it was a Walmart exclusive or not, but that's where I picked it up. And they had a bunch of these 2-packs at one time, and there was 2 of each one. And this Captain America came with a red skull, and then there was an unmasked version of it, which was exactly the same, except he had an unmasked head, and it came with Baron Strucker. And then, not necessarily the first of the Hasbro made Captain Americas, but the first one that I have, which is Ultimate World War II Cap. And mine, unfortunately, I could not find the helmet. I just didn't dig in the box deep enough, probably. Now we're going to compare him to some MCU caps. Here he is with the World War II MCU cap. Here we have the Captain America from the first Avengers movie, not the first Avenger, but the first Avengers movie. That was the Walmart set. That you could only get the Avengers at Walmart. There, I finally got him to balance. Then from the Winter Soldier, we have, I think they call that the stealth suit. From the Civil War line, Captain America. And here we have from the Disney Plus What If show, Zombie Captain America. Now to show him off with some comic book captains. Here he is with the Marvel Now Captain America. Another Ultimate Captain America. Here he is with Werewolf Cap, from where he was turned into a werewolf for 1 or 2 issues. And I want to say something about the straps. Even though the straps look the same or similar, they are not. Because these straps are 2 separate pieces, and I put a rubber band on them to kind of hold them in place. Why they just didn't create that piece to begin with, I don't know. Here is Captain Hydra. Here is Bucky Cap. Here is U.S. Agent on that Bucky Cap body. Thank goodness they have a new one coming soon. And maybe I can make this one the captain, although he's still not quite bulky enough to be Steve Rogers or John Walker. And then here we have him with the 80th anniversary Captain America, and I really wish they would have used this head and just painted it in a lighter blue, because I think this head looks better than this one. Again, you know, the eye holes on this mask makes him look kind of like he's squinting, whereas this one, you know, eyes wide open. But I do like the colors on this one much better. This one is a little bit too dark. But I know that was because it was meant to be more based on Alex Ross art than comic, which for it to be the 80th anniversary doesn't really make sense, but it is what it is. And we've gotten what we've got. And, you know, again, that's really my only complaint with this guy, is that the eye holes just look way too small on the mask. But other than that, these guys are the same. Of course, the shield. And let's take a look at the inside of the shields. And nope, this one is bigger than the 80th, so it's not the same shield. So I wasn't expecting that. I was just expecting it to be the same mold with just some holes in it. Alright, that does it for the Captain America comparisons. If you guys would like to see more in-depth information about the comparisons with those Captain Americas, let me know in the comments, and maybe I'll do a special video where we do like the evolution of Captain America from Toy Biz to Hasbro. But here we have, making his cameo appearance, Stan the Man Lee. And how does this cap stack up with other lines? Let's take a look. From the G.I. Joe Classified series, here we have the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Regal variant Cobra Commander. From Star Wars The Black Series, here we have the Archive Waves 501st Clone Trooper. And for some 7-inch goodness, here we have from McFarlane Toys, DC Multiverse line, Batman Beyond. And that, my friends, completes the comparisons. For final thoughts on the Marvel Legends series, Marvel Legends 20th Anniversary Captain America, if you like the 80th Cap, then you will most likely enjoy this one. My only issue really is just like the squinty looking eyes, the small mask holes that make the eyes look squinty. And that's really my only complaint about this figure. Maybe he should have come with an extra shield that didn't have the holes in it. That would have been nice. But I'm not complaining overly over what we got. I do. It's a nice shield, and you know, holes can be fixed in editing, photo editing, I'm sure. But you know, the only other, if I had to nitpick one other thing on this mold, is just the Captain America. You know, he should be able to get his legs further apart for kicks and stuff than this figure does. But you know, sometimes you have to sacrifice articulation for the mold, and sometimes you have to sacrifice mold for articulation. And again, while I'm nitpicking, the only other nitpick I might have is that they didn't change out the arms and the legs to make them pinless. But who knows? That's so we can buy another Captain America in the future. The only other figure that I didn't compare him with, which I probably should have, was the 20th Anniversary Iron Man. But I forgot to pull him out. And I still have to do his review too. But that does it for the review, my friends. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews, or just to help the channel out further, or both. That is super awesome. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.